I'm coming back at you with another analysis video, and I kid you not, that's my real name. And we're looking at Sousou Frieren today. I think it's just such a grounded anime, steeped in realism, and just really brings out such perspective, especially for anime, on topics not so often touched about, or talked about, and untouched upon. But we deal with an elven race main character, who's going to have a long lifespan, maybe thousands of years, maybe even longer than that. I don't know, but she's already been around for a while, and she fights alongside her human compatriots who, are limited to the 100 years or so that humans are given. And we check in with her when she is young in the game, and at least we measure her by her human compatriots' lifespans. And they're all relatively young looking, and they beat the demon, the demon king, and go their separate ways. And she's like, "I'll see you guys later." But for her, later is a blink. For them, that's a lifetime. And she comes back, and the hero Himmel is on his last legs, and he passes, and she laments that she didn't spend more time getting to know him, that she barely even knew the guy. And then, she has to, come to grips with, that indifference she'd been walking around with, is just, really to protect herself. And if she wants to, if she truly cares, she just has to become more invested. And, she slowly does, and, gets to meet some other people. Now she's taking an apprentice where she didn't care to before. And she wonders about, and just, it's about life lessons and quality of life. And life is so much with what you do with what you're given and the time that you're given, because we're more like her compatriots. We're not immortal, but you can become kind of jaded, or lose touch with things when you live such a long lifespan, because like she said, she traveled with them. She didn't even spend 1/100th of her lifetime on the journey that they went, and it was a 10-year journey to beat the demon king. And for them, I think they value other things more and cherish them more, because they, have such limited lifespans. But just the life lessons you learn here and the perspective that you gain from this anime just makes it such a quality addition for the season. Amongst, it's going to be a pretty good damn season with other animes coming up. But I like the brevity, the gravity with which they hold things, and like life is sacred, and the connections that we make along the way. She's like, first, she doesn't get to understanding that relationships are a two-way street, and you have to really take make some compromises and things, and it can't just be one way, forced. Forcing your will upon someone else, and it doesn't work like that. And she's told that same exact thing. And the lesson that she's gleaning, as much maturity that she's gained over her years, and she lacks insight into certain things, and because she's never explored them, and she's tricked by the priest, but it's seeing people at their end, it eventually gets to her. She gets close to people, and unfortunately get hurt intentionally and unintentionally in relationships, and especially losing people. That's tough. That's not easy, and I've lost a lot of people along the way, especially earlier in my journey. And yeah, it affects the way you think about things. It affects the way you move, affects the way you think, and the way you operate. Like, you try to protect yourself, and you try to distance yourself from certain things, because you know what's going to happen if you invest too much. And she goes with the career of exploring spells, because she doesn't have to worry about the human element. But she does eventually get attached, and goes on this journey, and we'll see. She can't just think about herself, as she's done so before, but think about the people that she's bringing along. And I'm interested to see how this journey ends up, and how we end up maturing. But we've already covered about 30 years, and the compatriot she thinks that she could relate to most, the dwarf, who also has a long lifespan, he relates, I feel like, more to the humans because he's closer to them than he is to her. Even though it should be the opposite way around, but they really cherish the small things, and she's going back and retracing her steps and really getting to know people, like, after, like, they're gone, but, having a chance to retrace her steps and see how much they truly meant to her. And it's a journey of maturity, further maturation and deepening bonds and how precious, life and relationships and, it's all things. Those are the only things that matter in life. Yes, your passions, but that's more about you yourself. But life is really about people and connections we make along the way, and how we treasure them, how we learn from them, how we grow from them. And that's really, it just has this anime steeped in maturity and realism, and makes it a very somber touch, very delicate, and sensitive, yet I feel like really thought out, well planned, and well processed anime. So really enjoying this one. One of the ones I didn't know that I would enjoy this much, but the trailer really got me intrigued. But I've always been a slice of life type of guy, so I pretend to, be attracted to these type of animes, among others. But we still got Jujutsu Kaisen, and Goblin Slayer's finally back. Shield Heroes back, and Tokyo Revengers back. There's so many dynamic, bombastic animes in this season, and I'm gonna be excited to watch all of them. So anyways, yeah, Megumi no Daigo is also good. Very mature anime, so this might be the season of mature animes or things happening in mature direction, so we'll see. Anyways, gonna get out of here. Bye. Like, comment, share, and subscribe Thanks for watching. Check me out at Centron Anime, Centron Life, or Centron Laughs, or other social media.